Students, in this module we'll be starting up with a new chapter, that is the animal kingdom, which is very important chapter, and you have already studied this chapter in your 9th standard as well. Fine, so this is not that difficult chapter, very easy, so you have to listen to this module very carefully. Now students, animals, they are classified into chordates and non-chordates. Now what is chordates? They have a notochord in them. And talking about non-chordates, they do not have a notochord. And what is notochord, student? It is a rod-like structure that is made up of tightly packed vacuolated cells which run along the mid-dorsal line. Now animals showing a vertebral column, they are called vertebrates, and animals not showing a vertebral column, they are called as invertebrates. Students, there are 1.2 million species which show a great diversity of life. Now, criteria for animal classification. Number of germ layers. Every multicellular organism begins life as a single cell called zygote. Now, this zygote divides many times to form a mass of cells, and these mass of cells get arranged into 2-3 layers called as germinal layers. Diploblastic animals having 2 layers, outer ectoderm and inner endoderm, they are separated by mesoglea. Triploblastic animal, 3 layer, they consist of 3 layers, students, outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. So you can see here, this is the digestive cavity, this one is the endoderm, fine. This one is the mesoderm, the pink one structure you can see, and the blue one is ectoderm. So you can see here, this is the triploblastic animal, fine, and this one is the diploblastic. Now second is the animal body plan, fine, like cell aggregate plan, the blind sac body plan, fine, we'll be studying this now. And thirdly, we have the tube within tube body plan, fine. Basically the complete digestive system with 2 separate openings for mouth and anus. Now third one we have is the body symmetry. Symmetry means, students, similarity in shape, size and number of parts on opposite sides of a median line. Now median line is the plane through which animal can be cut into 2 equal halves. Now the body symmetry can be asymmetrical also. And what is asymmetrical? Animals whose body cannot be divided into 2 equal parts through any plane. For example, sponges, snails, fine. So we can say that these are the asymmetrical animals. And talking about the radially symmetrical animals, these are the animals whose body can be cut into 2 similar halves in many planes. And all the cuts, they pass through the center and appear like radii. Fine. So example is hydra, starfish, sea anemone. These are very, very important terms, students, as you've already studied, but still you have studied these in your 9th standard. So that's why I'm making you aware from these basic terms, because without these basic terms we won't be able to learn the characteristics, which are very important from examination point of view. Now talking about the bilaterally symmetrical animals, the animals that can be divided into 2 equal halves by only one single median plane. For example, fish, frog, goat, fine. So you can see here the radial symmetrical has been shown, fine. This is the asymmetrical organism and this is the bilateral symmetrical. Now fourth one we have is the body cavity or coelom, students. Now body cavity is the space between the body wall and the alimentary canal, which is produced by the splitting of the mesoderm during embryonic development. The first one we have is the acoelomates. Now these are the animals which do not have any body cavity in them, and the space between body wall and the alimentary canal, it is filled with parenchyma. Fine, example is phylum Platyhelminthes. They are acoelomates, so their body is filled with parenchyma. Second one we have is the pseudocoelomates. These animals show a false body cavity which is lined by patches of mesodermal cells, students, and the false cavity is said to be pseudocele. Fine, you must have heard about the pseudopodia, false feet. Similarly, it is a pseudocavity, and the example is phylum Aschelinthes. Talking about the coelomates, animals having a true body cavity, and they are present in triploblastic animals, fine, where the mesodermal splits into 2 layers enclosing a body cavity that is called coelom. Now students, the cavity is filled with coelomic fluid, and in some animals like cockroach, coelom is filled with blood. Hence it is called hemocoel. Fine. So when the cavity is filled with blood, it is said to be hemocoel. So you can see here students, this is basically the comparison is being made between the acoelomates, pseudocoelomates and coelomates. Fine. So you can see the first one, in case of flatworm, we have the acoelomate. This one is the digestive tract. This yellow one is the endoderm. This middle pink one is the mesoderm, and the blue one is the ectoderm. Fine. So this one you can see here students, the endoderm is a bit reduced in the pseudocoelomate, and this cavity is said to be pseudocoelom. And the example you can see is in case of roundworms. And the third one we have is the coelomate students. Fine. This is the coelomates. You can see this is the ectoderm, the starting one. Then you can see we have the mesoderm, and then this one is the endoderm. Fine. This one is the endoderm, and you can see this one is the coelom. The white colored like structure, C-shaped structure you can see is the coelom. Now students, talking about the body segmentation, it is also called as metamerism, which is true segmentation, and it is the series of segments arranged along the body of the animals. Now students, you must have heard about that the earthworm body is having, it is basically metamerically segmented animal. Why? Because when the external segments matches with the internal segmentation, such animals, they are called metamerically segmented animals. Fine. You can see here the internal segments, they basically resembles with the external segmentation, and that is why it is known as metameric segmentation. Sixth one we have is the body support. Now the internal or external framework which provides support to the body is called as skeleton. It is of two types students, exoskeleton, that is outside, and endoskeleton, that is from inside. Now lower animals have only one exoskeleton for protection. Example, cockroach. Fine. So it is basically the outer covering. And higher developed animals have both exoskeleton and endoskeleton for their protection. For example, we have fish, cobra, parrot, and we human being. Now let's just discuss about the animal classification, which is very important. So you can see here, this first one, the highest we have the domain. Then we have kingdom, then phylum, then class, then order, the family, then genus, and then species. Fine. So you can see here, this one is the scientific classification. The kingdom is Animalia, its phylum is Chordata, class is Mammalia, order is Carnivora, family is Felidae, genus is Panthera, species is Panthera tigris. Fine. So this is for the tiger, and we have all studied this, what is classification, why it is important, about the hierarchical order. We have studied all these things. So we'll be using this in this chapter. Now moving on to the next, that is the silent features for non-chordates. Now talking about the phylum Porifera, fine, which is a pore-bearing phylum, and we'll be studying about these characteristics in our next module. Thank you students.